What's up, guys? It's your boy Jamaica here, coming at you with another tournament recap for Season 7, Week 11. The Thursday tournament was won by Dusty Justice piloting Mono White Heroic. Yeah, I'm like a flashback. Look at this. Sometimes, it's good to see kind of the old favorites come back. This deck is not like the old, like last season's Heroic, where it's all just one drops and just like crazy thing. This reminds me more of like Season 2, Season 3, where we kind of just had like sort of like 2 drops and 3 drops, things like that. So still it's a fun choice. So let's get over to the deck list. 22 lands, all white lands. Desert of the Shrew. Sort of just when you don't want to flood out, kind of just, is there. The cycle. Favorite Hoplite, probably the best turn 1 play for Heroic here. You always want this guy in, and then you want to turn 2 sort of spell to target it. Grif Spoon, still in the format, and it's still pretty good. +1/+1 flying for 1 mana. Pretty great. Hopeful Eidolon is an interesting choice. You can play on turn 1 as a 1/1 lifelinker, or it be, with the Bestow, it becomes sort of a lifelink sort of enchantment. So that's pretty cool. Same with Nyxborn Shieldmate. Not as good, but, it's still a creature. In the essence, sometimes you just play a bunch of creatures and you attack. Sometimes you just want a creature to enchant something. Also, it's a human, which is also kind of useful randomly for 1 card, but it's good enough sometimes. It's good enough. Sometimes you just kind of need a human to enchant. Soldier of the Pantheon. Again, just a solid creature. Protection multicolored is randomly important. Here are the cards that are multicolored. Things like Rakdos Cackler, Bogart Ramgang, Murderous Redcap, Magister Worth, Cloudblazer, Mist Meadow Witch. There's a ton of multicolored creatures, so this guy can get through a ton of different things. Bonds of Faith. That is the human. That is a human necessary thing that we need. On a human, it gives you +2/+2, and off a human, it's basically a pacifism rather. So that's pretty neat. Hero of Iroas, not a ton of auras, but it does help with like the bestow creatures and Bonds of Faith. But actually, all the targets are like auras. Actually, what am I talking about? They're all auras. So yeah, it's pretty neat. It's a pretty good guy. Also gives you the heroic sort of mechanic as well. 4 deal to heal out seems like a lot, but in the sort of aggro meta that we sort of live in, that this is not bad, kind of pumps up your creatures a little bit, and when you sack the Ordeal heal out, you gain 10 life. That's pretty neat. Phalanx Leader pumps all your creatures. It's pretty sweet. That's good. That's pretty good. Griffin Guide's a really interesting aura too. +2/+2 in flying. Yeah, evasion's really good. Also leaves behind a 2/2 white Griffin. So it's kind of like the Bestow creatures, where when the Bestow falls off, you get like this 1/1 creature. So it's like another Bestow for 3. So if you want to think of it like that, it's kind of neat. And then Fabled Heroes, the Double Strike human heroic creature of choice. Double Strike flying seems pretty good to me. Sideboard, Oppressive Rays, pretty early sort of pacifism. And then also the activated abilities part's really important too. So kind of shuts down things like Rafello. So because it doesn't say just like mana abilities are devoid of it, so that's an interesting little trick here. Crown of Awe for the black and red matchup. Zombies would be a big one, kind of just like saving your things. Also, Crown of Awe can save your creatures against things like Radiant Flames. So you just sack it, and all your other creatures gain protection from red. So it's pretty neat. Top of Ancient Law for the sort of the story trade enchantment stuff. We want to hit enchantments. What enchantments would you want to hit? Things like, I guess, Teferi's Moat, Sandworm Convergence, things like that, Aura Fracture, I guess? Yeah. Mastery of the Unseen for the control decks, when they're just kind of killing all your creatures, you just want to make more creatures. So Mastery is really good at doing that. Just kind of like continually making creatures, always posing a threat to your opponent. Seal of Cleansing, just for a disenchant effect, just a 1-of. And 4 Samurai of the Pale Curtain, taking a page out of the Hate Bears list. Really good against World Gorger Dragon. That's pretty much it. But other things like, other red caps, it's that. Things like that, when the red caps die, of course. But I think World Gorger is the big one. It kind of just shuts down completely. And it's a 2/2, why not? It's a 2/2 Bushido one. Bushido is really confusing for some people. They'll just block into it, and all of a sudden, Samurai eats your guy, your 2/2s. That's pretty neat. Yeah, Heroic, or just White Weenie in general, is pretty good. This deck just kind of like never died. It just lost its luster a little bit. But yeah, it's here and it's pretty cool. So shout out to Dusty of Justice. I think he didn't lose a single match, so tournament. And speaking of this tournament, if you want to look at the other list from this tournament, check out the description below. There's a link. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you next time.